This is what you call some real world bullshit. So, spacer for a leveling kit under the shock. Keep the bolts in, zip tie them so there's some friction so they don't fall out. So this is in place. Then, as I go with the pry bar, ratcheting this strap back like a come along. Redneck engineering, baby. Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So in this video, I just wanted to kind of update you on how progress is going with the home shop and everything that kind of entails, because everyone thinks that you set this stuff up in your mind, it seems like it's going to be really easy and straightforward. It is not, especially when you live in Minnesota. So right now we are standing in the garage, still a lot of stuff that we have to get out of here. You can see the MAXJAX showed up. There's one post, there's a second post, and there are the feet right down there for the lift. So let's get into this video. All right, so to explain some of the struggles we are having, we're gonna have to go outside into this lovely tundra that is Minnesota in the fall. It's not even winter yet, this is October. Coming up on the Celica right here, the poor baby. I started picking up leaves, I woke up the next morning and there was snow all over the place. So let's run over to the second garage where the FOXBODY is gonna reside and we'll kind of show you what we got going on there. All right, so as with any time you're trying to set up a shop, space seems to always be the issue. Now we're doing all this in a residential space, so space is really an issue. This is the progress on the steel building where the FOXBODY and just a bunch of other things that are in the garage are gonna reside so that I have enough room to work over there in the shop. So we got about a third of the steel up. We actually framed out the doors this week, which are gonna go on this side. If we wander inside, this was originally a tarp building. I recycled, saved some money, so we braced up the back. We got that all framed in, leg bolted to the new slab of concrete. This has been a crazy adventure, and the day that we started putting this siding on, it was super windy and a piece actually flew up off the ground, hit me in the side of the head. Decided I didn't want to make a big parachute, so now we're just kind of waiting on a little better weather. It's supposed to heat up next week and then we can hopefully get this whole thing enclosed. Winter in October bullshit. All right, so that's the steel building. Now let's talk about why the lift isn't quite set up yet. We'll talk about exactly why, because as these things go, nothing can ever be easy, right? So I thought I'd get it in, slam it in, bolt it down to the floor. Wasn't the case. So I'm gonna flip you around, we'll show you why. So if we look down here, so this lift is designed to have these threaded, I don't know the technical term for them. You drill through the concrete and then you put these threaded anchors in. So the bottom of it's tapered so that when you put this set bolt in here, you're supposed to tighten this down. It's going to suck up these anchors back into the concrete. As you can see, whoever poured my slab cheated it. So the minimum for this is 4 inches. And it was 4 inches on this hole. That hole was like 3.5. This was 3. That was 3 inches. So this just isn't safe. So what we're going to have to do is actually cut like a 3x3 square out of the floor, dig down about 1 foot, pour our own footing, and then dowel it into the existing concrete here. A lift, something I'm gonna be working under, I am not taking any chances. So you guys, right now it is a hot mess in the garage trying to get the lift set up. Obviously all of this crap over here, this is all FOXBODY parts, minus this crappy jank table that I set up just to set stuff on. That's gonna go away. Everything else in here has to go in that steel building. It just has to. I can't work and only have one stall to work in. So if you're gonna set up a legitimate, semi-legitimate home shop, it's gonna take a lot more work than you think it's going to. First and foremost, super happy I got the MAXJAX. Like I said, a lot of research went into me deciding that this is perfect for my application. My garage ceilings are about 10 feet high, so I actually have a little extra room based on a typical residential garage, but this stuff isn't easy. It's always been a dream of mine to set up a home shop, and we're finally getting there, but there's still a lot of hurdles we have to get through. Obviously, this has to get a little more organized than it currently is. Let me just kind of walk you through the process. So when I got the house, had a nice garage, big selling point for me, all this upper level storage, insulated, high ceilings, didn't have a heat source. Took care of that. Got a wood stove. I made this myself, cost me about 50 bucks. Yes, it's a little more work, but it's free heat, and it is more than enough to heat this shop space. So we got that base covered. Next, you're gonna work on cars, you need a good air compressor. I got this air compressor, which is an 80-gallon unit. I got it for 120 bucks. You go to buy something like this at the hardware store, at Lowe's, at Home Depot, whatever, wherever you go, it's going to cost you at least $1,000, sometimes more depending on the motor setup you get, the tank capacity, but you need something about this size to run a shop. I mean, it's almost as tall as I am. Granted, I'm not very tall, but you need something like this. You can't run this off of a handheld air compressor that you're going to use a brad nailer to do some home projects. It's just not going to happen. So I was very fortunate to be able to find that so that I could set up my shop. The next thing I got that I'm really excited about is right in that corner there. See that little thing I'm pointing at? That is an evap testing machine. Now this one came from Napa Tools, I believe. I got it for working on a guy's car for him. He was a sales rep for Napa. Now we can do smoke tests. That's a smoke machine. That's about a $2,000 unit brand new, and I got it basically for free. I just put a little of my time in working on his son's car. So that's another thing that's gonna help us be able to further the amount of diagnostics we're gonna be able to do on cars that normally you just wouldn't be able to do. These are things you don't think about. Stuff like that, stuff like the air compressor, it's just stuff that really make it a little bit easier to work on this kind of stuff. The MAXJAX lift obviously is a huge piece of the puzzle, and it's not proven to be easy to install, but I just wanted to update you guys because I feel like this is stuff you need to know. We're trying to set up a shop here and let's go. I mean, you work hard, you're gonna get stuff done. You gotta work hard to get stuff done. And shout out to my grandpa once again. I was gonna buy this myself. He actually fronted me the money because, I don't know, I guess he believes me and he loves me because he's my grandpa, right? So we're gonna get this done, but it's gonna take a little extra time. I gotta get the FOXBODY out of here. That thing's gotta go. For me to be able to work in here efficiently, I can't have this side of the garage looking like this. I want 2 stalls. Even if I only have a lift on one side of the garage, I want a 2-stall shop. So that's gonna go away. Again, winter, snow, all of that has created issues, but it's just where I live. It's kind of how it is. I can't really control it. It's the part of the world that I live in, and it's just something we're gonna have to overcome. So you guys, thanks a lot for watching this video, and just let me explain the progress on the home shop just a little bit. And if you got a concrete saw and you wanna come lend a hand, you can come help me set up the lift. I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm gonna run to Acme next week and rent one myself. But you guys, I hope that very soon I can show you the lift in action and show you the storage unit where everything is and have a really nice organized shop, hopefully. So keep grinding, you guys. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate you watching me and coming with me through this journey. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed the content. You want to see more of the FOXBODY in the distant future, the Celica, setting up the home shop, all that stuff. Subscribe if you have not already, and we'll see you next time.